welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Sunday League today. This is season 3. We're in round 5 in tier 1 and we're racing the N400 Audi R8s in special German liveries. Let's see how qualifying went today. Pole position today we have Alex, who's second in the championship at the moment with 64 points. Yet to beat Martin on track this season, and obviously starting on pole, needs to do that today if he's going to take the fight to him this season. In second place today we have Mungino. He's 16th in the table at the moment with 14 points. Missed the last round, he definitely needs a good result today to boost him up the table. In third place today we have myself, DJ Rice, 8th in the championship at the moment with 35 points. Did miss the last 2 rounds, so all points scored from this point onwards will count towards my season total. In fourth place today we have Martin B. He's our championship leader on 88 points, 3 wins in 3 appearances so far this season. Let's see how he gets on starting from fourth today. Fifth on the grid today we have Flapjack. He's 7th in the championship at the moment with 42 points. Solid drive last round, with results improving race by race. Flapjack looks like he's going to be in a good position come the end of the season. 6th on the grid today we have Murkoff, 9th in the championship at the moment on 28 points. Did miss the last round and is level on points with Muller, who is not racing today, so in a position to make some places up in the championship table. 7th place today we have Ferdek. He's 12th in the championship at the moment, 25 points. Another driver who missed the last round and steadily improving results as the races go on. See how he gets on from 7th today. 8th on the grid today we have MJR Mercer. He's third in the championship at the moment with 63 points. Needs to improve on his starting position today if he is to improve on past results and maintain that 3rd place in the championship. 9th on the grid today we have Mr. Sean. He's 6th in the championship at the moment with 48 points. Steady season so far for Sean. Could do with improving on his 8-point haul from round 3. 10th on the grid today we have Canny, 14th in the table at the moment, 18 points, only appeared in 2 rounds of the 4 so far this season. Like myself, all points count from here on out. In 11th today we have Wilco. He's 4th in the table at the moment with 52 points. Similar position to Mercer, needs to improve on some past results today, got a lot to do from 11th if he's going to maintain his 4th position in the championship. 12th on the grid today we have Cafe Del Mar. This will be his first appearance this season in Drsl. In 13th place today we have Rocker, 11th in the table at the moment at 27 points. Another driver who's only appeared in 2 of the 4 rounds so far. So again, all points scored from this point onwards will count towards his season total. And in 14th place today we have Lionessi. 15th in the championship at the moment, 16 points, but only has made 1 appearance, which was in the last round where he made a good recovery through the pack, so started from back of the pack again today. And just a few mentions before we get underway. Got myself making my 30th appearance in the top flight of the Sunday League, looking for my 30th top 10 finish. Rocker's making his 25th appearance, Canny making his 15th appearance, and Alex still sitting on 19 wins, 19 total wins in the top flight of the Sunday League, level with Sunday League legend F1. So can he get that 20th win today? Let's see how we get on. So here we are then, about to get underway at Fuji International Speedway in the Audi R8 M400 road cars. Everyone on the sports soft tyres today, forgot to mention at the start. Looks like everyone has got away cleanly there. We see how Alex is in first place. I think he looks like he's going to be safe into turn 1. Had a good start off the line. Mungino in second place still, and looks like myself. And that might be Martin B taking a look up the inside, up into third temporarily. I will have the inside of this next corner coming up. just about late enough on the brakes there, slot back into third, Martin in fourth, Merck in fifth now, Flapjack in sixth, Mercer in seventh, third at eighth, Wilco in ninth, Cafe Del Mar in 10th. It was Mr. Sean somewhere, Mr. Sean right at the back, so he's had a poor start. He's fallen right to the back of the grid now as Lionessi making up a place there. Back to the front of the race. Alex pulling away a little bit now, Mungino in second. It was Merck taking a look at Martin there for fourth place. We've got Flapjack right behind as well. Flapjack does up the inside of the first right-hander. He's still there, still got his nose alongside Merck. Merck just hangs it around the outside well, just about maintains that fifth place while looking to take fourth. We've put under pressure immediately for Flapjack in sixth place, who's picked up a penalty somewhere, goes out as Mercer gives him a little bit of a nudge in the rear. Taking a look up the inside of the final corner, and that is Merck running really wide out of the final corner. A little bit of field spread for the top four. It's bunching up from fifth place backwards now. Flapjack might be under pressure into turn one. Mercer right in the slipstream now. Let's see if he pulls out and takes a look. He is alongside, I think, Flapjack. Oh, is that someone really late on the brakes there? Verdict just about meeting the apex there. Does make up a place, but just looked like he was taking a voiding action there into turn one. Mercer down to 8th place now after that little battle. Back to the front of the race. Alex still in first, Mangino in second, myself in third, Martin B in fourth. See if Merck can start to close the gap up on fourth place Martin again, and Furdeck running wide there, losing a couple of places. Mercer back up into 7th. Still nibbling at Flapjack's rear bumper. A little bit further down the grid, we've got Cafe Del Mar in 9th. Wilco in 10th place now, really bunched up behind. We've got Lionessi up to 11th, Rocker in 12th, Kenny in 13th, Mr. Sean still at the back in 14th. This is Rocker taking a look. That looks like a good move, but just not far enough ahead to make that stick. Lionessi reclaims 11th place. Cafe Del Mar in 9th place, bit of free clean air now. The top four still running as they were. Merck looks like he might be pulling a bit of a gap from Flapjack, but that gap will soon disappear down this main straight. Flapjack looks like he's had a really good exit there out of the final corner. Should pick up the slipstream nicely, and I don't know if Merck may just be getting the toe up ahead of Martin. Safe for now. Furdeck settling in 8th place now. As this is Rocker taking a look at Lionessi into turn one again. Lionessi just defending that position well, holding on to 11th place again. Canny right amongst it as well. Kenny and Rocker up side by side, so Kenny just slots back into 13th for now. So it looks like the top four are just starting to bunch up a little bit now, so I don't know if Alex is just driving a bit more conservatively than usual. Just cannot break that toe from Mungino. It does seem like the top four are a little bit closer together, as Merck has dropped off the back of Martin B now a little bit, as he's coming under continued pressure from Flapjack. I'd say every time Flapjack makes a move, or whoever, there will be someone behind to capitalise on any mistakes. Mercer gives Flapjack another little kiss on the rear bumper there. Get some very, very close racing these road cars, obviously this being one of the higher end road cars in the game, but a very manageable drive nevertheless. It's not a crazy car by any standards, but yeah, Merc has definitely dropped off the back of Martin B now, and this group of 4 are getting very close. Coming up to turn 1, Cafe Drsl will be on the back of them as well soon. So we're coming 10th now. Looks like he might be coming under pressure from Lioness. Lioness seems to have pulled a bit of a gap to Rocker now. Kenny still in 13th, Mr. Sean in 14th. And Martin B as close as he has been. Thinks about taking a look there, just slots back into 4th for now. Not a lot between the drivers in Tier 1. Very tight skill gap now. You see a couple of battles starting to develop for the top 4, and then 5, 6, 7th and 8th bunched up. Cafe Drsl closing on the back of that group as well. Wilco still doing enough to hold off Lionessi this stage of the race. 12th, Kenny 13th, Mr. Sean still in 14th, struggling to make some places up after falling back early on. Mangino really close to Alex now, as this turns into two car fights, 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th. Martin B is putting myself under pressure also, as I seem to be dropping off the back of Mangino a little bit. But yeah, Mangino is definitely as close as he ever has been. Let's have a quick on board down the main straight, see how much this toe affects these cars, but he is very close. I think Alex will have to go defensive here, we'll see. Slipstream effect really not that effective in these cars. Might have been an early shift there from Mangino also, and that is myself quite hot into turn 1, just closing the gap up to Mangino. A little bit untidy, it's allowed Martin B to close up again, and we have Flapjack up into 5th place. Let's take a quick look back. So we was on board with Mangino a little bit further back. I imagine Flapjack has probably pulled the move into turn 1, as yeah, he's getting towed along nicely. Have a quick on board again. So yeah, the slipstream effect really not that massive, it seems, in these cars. Flapjack done enough. Pull alongside slightly later on the brakes. You can see Apex nicely slots himself up into 5th place there. So Merc down to 6th. Mercer's still in 7th, Alex still in 8th. Cafe Drsl hasn't managed to close the gap up to the group ahead, and he's under pressure from Wilco now in 10th place. Unless he's still in 11th. Gap up to Lioness now. Kenny still 13th, and Mr. Sean close behind in 14th. Mangino's just dropped off the back of Alex now a little bit. 2nd, 3rd and 4th running close together now, and that is getting really hot into the braking zone there, and a little bit of contact between myself and Martin. And then a little bit of confusion, I think. That is Martin's just about maintained 3rd place. Got myself dropping right back to 7th there now as well. Just giving up a few places there as I got in the way of a few cars. Yeah, let's take a quick look back at that. So this is on board with myself now. It's following Mangino coming up to the heavy braking point of the chicane, and Yeah, remember this now. Try to avoid contact with Mangino at all costs. Thought I was going to give him a punt, and then the rears locked up. Heard that collision with Martin, so thought I've obviously held him up. I'll pull out of the way. As I've pulled out of the way, I think Martin slowed down as well because he made contact with me. It's a bit of confusion there, and as you can see, dropping right back to 7th place now, as that group of cars behind have just swallowed me up. Martin just about holds on to 3rd place there, ahead of this group of cars vitally. So yeah, a few cars making up positions there. Looks like Mangino's starting to close the gap up on race leader Alex again. I say Alex looking for his 20th win, to be the outright overall wins leader. The Top Flight of Sunday League. So they sit on the 90 wins level with F1. Mangino's still not close enough to make a move into turn 1. Martin be safe also in 3rd place, Flapjack 4th, all positions being maintained there, though Flapjack, Merc and Mercer are very, very close together. Myself just trying to get back up to speed now in 7th. That gets dropped off this a little bit in 8th place. Let's just set a personal best time though. Have a second penalty to ditch. So Cafe Del Mar still in a solid 9th place. You've got Lionetti up into 10th now. So Wilco's dropped back a few places there. And Canny right on his bumper as well. So very, very close racing throughout the grid now. Mr. Sean still in 14th, ready to capitalise on any mistakes, but a little bit of contact there I think with Wilco and someone. Wilco just yielding the positions. That has cost him a position to Mr. Sean as well though. Go down to 14th. Rocker up into 11th ahead of this battle. And this may allow Lionessi just to get away from that fight a little bit if he has the pace. Still has Mangino close in tow. Yeah, it might be just seems to have pulled a bit of a gap to Flapjack and 4th already. 5th, Mercer 6th, myself 7th. Is that a pit stop from Furdick? Oh, early pit stop from Furdick, maybe opting for a 2-stopper today. I think it's too sure how long pit stop time it is at Fuji, so we'll see how that pans out. I think most drivers will be opting for a 1-stopper today. See, we're hitting the 12-minute mark. Tyre wear not the worst I've seen. All these drivers making up places now. As Furdick will drop to the back of the pack. Wilco's opted for a pit stop as well. Did pit from 14th place. Furdick rejoining in 13th, Wilco in 14th. 12.5 minutes gone. Still can't find a way past Alex. We'll just have a look at those fuel levels, just under half a tank. And Alex is doing a superb job on the fuel there. So I would have thought Mangino would have been fuel saving a bit more behind, but Alex has done a superb job by the looks of it. Doing a good job on the tyres as well, which is not one of Alex's strongest points, if it's got to be said. A lot of Sunday League races last season, Alex had to make an extra pit stop. I think that did cost him in the end. So if he gets on top of that tyre wear, be a key component to beating Martin in the Sunday League. Flapjack still ahead of this battle for 4th and 5th, but this could be Merc having a look into the last corner. And these 3 drivers seem to be pulling a bit of a gap to myself in 7th now. And one of my biggest issues is see myself peeling off into the pits there. A little bit early, but we'll see see how that undercut works out. Should be still on course for a one-stopper. Cafe Del Mar options to pit as well as Lioness goes through to move up into 7th place. 8th, Mr. Sean in 9th. And we'll take a look where Ferdek feeds back into things. He was the first guy to stop a lap earlier. Obviously still in a position to go to the end, but we'll see how he does. And myself in 10th looks like, yeah, into the brake zone. Done enough to stay ahead of Ferdek there, but yeah, I think Ferdek making up some track positions there. Is he up to 11th now? We'll see where he is. Once Mr. Sean, Rocker and Lionessi pit, Mercer and Merck as well. They will come in at the end of this lap. Be just past the halfway point of the race. Quick run through the grid as we are now. Alex still in first, Mangino second. Might be right up to the back of these two drivers again now. Going purple on the last lap. Two very quick laps. 56 flat both times to close the gap up to the top two. Flapjack in 4th place, still under a lot of pressure from Merck there. Luckily for a bit of ghosting, avoid contact. Mercer still tucked in closely behind these guys in 6th place, and see myself was running behind that group. Opted to pit a bit earlier, so we'll see how that pans out with everything. As you see all the top runners pitting now, although Mangino is going for another lap, so he does take the lead in this race. That should be very interesting how that pans out. So Alex 37% of fuel there, so you see he's done a really good job. Lionessi 43% of fuel. So let's just try and find someone on track. Be myself. Alex rejoins in 2nd, Martin in 3rd, and we have. So that undercut has just put me right in the middle. Lionessi as well, just ahead of Lionessi there, who obviously had probably a shorter stop than most because he'd done a good job on the fuel saving. Just about 5th place, should just about keep this position through these set of corners. Myself up to 5th now, Lionessi in 6th. So yeah, the undercut pretty powerful here. I'd say I was around a second behind this group of cars. Ferdek just missing out. So obviously closed the gap on this group now, but could have done with leapfrogging a few of these cars at that pit stop. But in the front of the race, we've got Mangino, I'd imagine he'll pit at the end of this lap, and Alex should reclaim the lead of the race. He's underfueled a lot more than Martin, so Martin on 3/4 of the tank. You see on the graphic there, Alex with a fair amount less. Obviously lost out in the Mercedes last week. Obviously ran out of fuel towards the end. Hopefully we're not on for, and Mangino going for another lap out in the lead of the race. Definitely on for a very quick stint at the end. Yeah, Alex definitely has to watch his fuel. Doesn't want to repeat what happened last week. Might be in a position to go flat out now and start closing him down. Flapjack in a good 4th place now. Myself in 5th, under pressure from Lionessi into. I see myself going a little bit defensive there, and back into proper racing line for turn 1. And that is Mercer ahead of Merck. So Mercer in 7th now, Merck in 8th, Ferdek in 9th, Cafe Del Mar in 10th. Cafe Del Mar's lost out a little bit, but now the pit stops, he was running in a clear 9th place. And yeah, Canny in 11th, Mr. Sean up to 12th now, Rocker 13th, and Wilco 14th. So 1 1 minute 58s from Mangino. And 1:52 on the out lap, I believe, setting his personal best. So on for a 1 minute 56, 2 seconds quicker than Mangino at this part of the race. I'd imagine he'll come back out in third. I think he's got enough of a gap to Flapjack in fourth. It's about for fourth, fifth and sixth. It's getting quite close with Lionessi taking a look and getting the move done there quite comfortably. So Lionessi up into fifth place. Another good race from the back of the grid today. And Mangino does pit from the lead of the race. So I think Martin B should move it up into second place now. Be a longish stop for Mangino to take on quite a bit of fuel. Should be safe for Flapjack and fourth. Still in the pits now. It's just coming out of the pit exit lane now. Martin B just going through to take second place. So Mangino coming back out in third place. Let's say should be very, very quick for this final stint. Flapjack fourth, Lionessi fifth, myself sixth, Mercer seventh, Merck in eighth, Verdict ninth, Cafe Del Mar in 10th, Caddy in 11th, Mr. Sean 12th, Rocker in 13th, and Wilco in 14th. Yeah, Alex in a pretty good position, out in the lead. Did maintain very, very good pace in the opening stint while conserving more fuel than others. Definitely got a good handle on this Audi R8 this weekend. 1:56.1 last time, so 10th quicker. We might be going purple on this lap. Mangino very, very close behind, so still in the tow. Martin up front. On the 10 minutes of this race left to go now. We'll see if Martin keep the pressure on. We'll see if Alex can finally get his 20th Drsl Tier 1 win. Just keep an eye on these lap times and we'll go through the grid. Crossing the line to finish lap 11. 1:56.5, so pretty good lap time there from Alex. 0.6 quicker from Martin B. Mangino in tow as well, matching that pace. Flapjack 1:56.8 from Flapjack, 56.2 from Lionessi. So Lionessi definitely finding a good bit of pace at this stage of the race. He looks to put Flapjack under pressure. Myself in 6th, Mercer still in 7th, as it looks like Ferdex made a move on Merck, but he's overcooked turn 1, so Merck reclaiming 8th place there. Ferdex going back into 9th. Cafe down 9th, Caddy close by 11th. Sean and Rocker running close together as Rocker takes a bit of a look. Slots back into 13th place for now. He's got Wilco in the pits. Alex is hoping now that Mangino puts Martin under a bit of pressure and these two get into a bit of a fight. And that will play right into Alex's hands. He's in a good position now with just 7 minutes of this race left to go. Tiny bit, a little bit less fuel than those around him at the moment. Did seem to do a good job conserving fuel in the opening stint. He's got Flapjack and Lionessi still having a bit of a battle, as Mercer has really closed the gap up on myself as well. What battles to keep an eye on here as Mercer does move himself up to 6th place now. And carries on that good run of form he's been showing this season. And Lionessi right toe. I think he's had a slightly better exit with the final turn there. Flapjack man, super defensive. On the right hand side of the track, he's going to compromise his line in turn 1, but he doesn't really have a choice. Unless he pulls out, can he get the move done round the outside of turn 1? Just to give each other enough space. And that is Mercer running wide in the background there. Flapjack just doing enough, but unless he positions his car well, will he take position into this corner? And he does, moves himself up into 4th. Flapjack will have to slot into 5th now. Myself still in 6th. I see Mercer running wide in turn 1. And myself moving back up into 6th place. And that is Lioness, running a bit wide there again, but keeps the momentum up. So he's staying on the right hand side of the track. So defending this corner coming up. Still in positions being maintained at the top. Just try to keep an eye on these fights here. Lionessi positioning his car well. You see that defensive driving has cost the pair and allowed myself to close the gap up again. Call out on the brakes there a little bit. Four-way battle for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Carries on. And looks like I've had an untidy exit out of the final corner. I think I've just about got the toe there. Mercer's just off the racing line. Yeah, we'll have to slot back in to get that slipstream. Might be in position to make a move though. You see myself just following the slipstream there. All 4 of these cars moving across the track, and that is Flapjack back up into 4th place as Mercer takes a look into turn 1 as well. So Flapjack back up into 4th, Lionessi down to 5th, and yeah, Mercer making a move into turn 1 there as well, moves himself up into 6th place. But I've got the inside of this corner coming up. Difficult to go side by side, try to give each other enough room there. Mercer does well to hang it round the outside, very brave driving there, holds on to 6th place. Himself in 7th, and yeah, so Flapjack up into 4th. Let's have a quick run through the grid. Alex still in 1st place, 56.6, 56 flat from Martin, so just around half a second quicker. Mungino just as quick, if not quicker, behind these 2 as well. Running out of time now, less than 5 minutes of this race left to go. Flapjack up into 4th. Lioness getting a little bit untidy there as he starts to come under pressure from Mercer, and that's myself late on the brakes there, nearly collecting Mercer, and go to rejoin the racetrack, and there's a bit of a battle going on behind, so I decide to pull right out of the way and give up on life completely, dropping back to somewhere 12th, 13th. So yeah, good racing up to that point. Got a little bit hot into that corner. Just took some avoiding action. So Mercer free to race Lionessi now, no pressure behind as he takes the inside of the final corner, moves himself up into 5th place. And depending who's going to get the toe, Flapjack up front, but yeah, it looks like Mercer's got the job done already, up to 5th. So Lionessi struggling with fuel, so maybe he's starting to go into a different fuel mix, I don't know, but definitely got to watch that fuel until the end now. So you've got Merck up to 7th, 3rd and 8th, Canny Knight, Cafe Del Mar in 10th. This was the little battle I was trying to avoid, I think, and trying to rejoin the racetrack. Neat and tidy on the brakes there. Canny doing enough to hold on to 8th place. Mr. Sean Nuts will have a rocking 12th, myself in 13th, and we'll go in 14th. Less than 2 minutes of the race to go now. Alex doing a really good job out in the lead. Looks good for fuel now as well. Those fuel levels starting to balance out a little bit as Mangino going purple on that last lap with 55.3. That was nearly 1.5 seconds quicker than the race leader on that last lap. Now, as you see, it's a little bit too late. I think they're just going to run out of time. I don't think Martin's going to get the toe on this lap, and this will be, there'll be one more lap after this. Can Alex hold on for this lucrative 20th race win? Might be doing well to maintain speed while weathering the pressure from Mangino behind, who will be banging that slipstream again. Flapjack doing well in 4th now, so Mercer up to 5th, so they're doing enough to hold off any charge from Lioness, who does have to conserve fuel to the end of the race by the looks of it. All these drivers coming through to complete another lap. Down in 10th now. Someone getting off into the pits as well. I've just underfueled a little bit there, 4% of fuel from Mr. Sean. Rocker coming through to complete another lap, and myself slowing down just to finish on that lap in 12th. Bit of a shocker towards the end there. Mr. Sean finishing in 13th, so I might just gain the cheeky place on Mr. Sean next, he pitted. And Wilco crossing the line in 14th. Back to the lead of the race. And yeah, I think Alex has done enough today. A little bit of action behind him, he's managed to stay out in front and really boss this race from start to finish. So top 3 podium finishes looking like they're going to cross the line nose to tail. Been some very close battles throughout the track. I think that's Furdeck making a place up on the graphic further back. We'll just keep an eye on this to the finish now. So they're all critical on fuel, but enough to get to the finish line. Come through the final bend. And looks like Alex has done enough to get his 20th DRSL Tier 1 win. Congratulations. And takes the fight to Martin for the season. Martin finishing in 2nd place today. Mangino, great result in 3rd. Definitely needed that to kick his season off properly. Great race from Flapjack. Another good result from Flapjack in 4th place today. Definitely going to make some positions up in the championship table. Top 5 finish for Mercer also. 3rd place in the championship at the moment. 6th place for Furdeck, so making up some places at the end there, probably with people running out of fuel. Furdeck 6th, Merck 7th, Rocker, Furdeck in 8th, Rocker in 9th, might have had a penalty there, and Canny in 10th. So yeah, struggling to keep up with that finish at the end there, but yeah, cheers for watching everyone. We'll see you next week.